to Gainesville, Florida. It's hot, it's humid, just like the Gators like it, and the reason they call this place the Swamp is we are ready for the Florida home opener. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Gators will kick it away to start us off. And he's going to run it back. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Auburn.
They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Here's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the rock.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes, and it's just a physical mindset of Auburn, and they're always that team that wants to run the football.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading and bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide-open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Now on the option. Runs through a tackle. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense. And he can flat roll, turning on the jets like a Cam Newton or Nick Marshall.
I was thinking about rolling trees, but yeah, I'm right there with you, man. These Auburn offenses that are so great, they've had the same commonality over the last several years, and it's a great dynamic quarterback that can make plays and push the pace of that offense.
I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
And perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early, saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They've got the screen set up. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll start this drive with a pass. Trying to get to it. Slips away. Just refused to take it out of reverse. Got caught for the safety, and he might spend some time on the bench after that one. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play call.
He's going to fire deep. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Taking it the other way. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give. Tremendous field position.
And not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Offense set on first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Still running at the 40. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. That Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
29 Philly.
Hands it off. Fighting off the defender. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, going up top. Complete to the right. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down. That's not at all where he intended to go with the ball on 3rd and long, but it worked out beautifully.
And the frustrating thing, Reese, is from a defensive perspective, I want you to throw it to the running back. I don't want to take away the main targets, the ballers on the outside. You do what I want you to do, and you still make the big play, get the huge 1st down on 3rd and long.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Here's the handoff. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Quarterback keeps it. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. And the Gators in the hurry-up. A designed run for the quarterback. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. No hesitation on that call, and no reason not to go for it on 4th and inches.
We're bigger than you, we're tougher than you, we're stronger than you, and we're going to get a push, and they did it right there.
Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to go for the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or Do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part. Jesse, this offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy. Run the ball up the middle. Physicality. Offensive line gets to assert themselves. Run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
That linebacker shot through the hole so fast and timed up that snap count perfectly, getting the big hit on the running back for the tackle for loss.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete along the sidelines, and that'll be good enough for the first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. The score, Auburn 9, Florida 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall that just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. The Gators are threatening in the red zone. The give to the back. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gators line it up with a 1st and goal. Looking to move it through the air. They'll run the screen. Touchdown, Gators! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
And how about the OC slipping in the screen pass? Try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen and change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Wide out in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, it's 3rd and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on 4th down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He sends 3 wide receivers left, 1 on the other side on 2nd and 4. Quarterback checking off. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Going for it all. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He's going to bring it out from deep. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that.
Oh, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
He'll start this drive firing. He uncorks one deep. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they got him for the sack. Auburn lines up quickly. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. On first down, here comes this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got the quick pass. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack it.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
Man, they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He rifles one deep to the left. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
Pulls it in at the 25. He gets a block. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
On second down, wants to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he intercepts it. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Gators. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Oh, he's going to take a chance. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. We got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue.
Going to take a shot. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Using the spin move. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Quarterback checking the play. He's looking for an open man on second down. To catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
35, Auburn, 9.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence.
Looking deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They'll run it from the gun. That should be the final play of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Florida 35. Auburn 9.
Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off.
Set to kick this one off.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work.
42
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And you'd like to think this sophomore wouldn't make a habit of trying to force passes into double coverage like that. Second down after that incompletion. Linebackers shuffling around trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They're trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops to throw. Coming after him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, this defense knew they had to get off to a fast start here in the second half. They're trailing by a bunch of points right now on the scoreboard. They needed to make something positive happen early, and on the very first drive, they get a sack on third down, looking to get the ball back to their offense here.
Returner goes out of bounds.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. He wants to throw. Fires on the move. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, these defenders practice this all week long. It's locating the football with your eyes. Great job being in position, but also how about getting your head around and locating the ball in the air so you can go up, pick it off for the defense.
And that pass intercepted. Looking for more room. The 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. It's a fumble. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Look, you are correct. That's one of those things when the ball pops out, it literally looks like it's a GIF or it's in slow motion. And the ball takes 13 seconds to hit the ground and get out of bounds. The offense was counting every second. Thank goodness got the big break and now still has a chance to go take the lead in this ball game.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to power their way ahead. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
He wants to throw it. The sweet feet buy a little time. He's into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and they shave a couple more off of this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4.
Number 33, set to kick it off.
Going for the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
First and 10.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Second down coming up.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Off play action. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needs...
Lofts one high and deep. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. The Gators are marching down the field. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's not afraid to go deep. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Back to the air one more time. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
The Gators have pushed it inside the 20. Looking to throw for it. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Hauls it in.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
quick strike complete. Touchdown, Gators! And the beatdown has ensued. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they've pushed the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Florida 42, Auburn 17.
And he's going to run it back. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10.
First and 10.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
He wants to throw here on second down. He wants to go deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot. They're not able to come away with the completion.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. On second down, wants to throw it. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He's looking to throw. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
And how about this play by the offense? First and goal from the 1-yard line. Everything says it's going to be a run. It's going to be a run. Nice job by the offense. A little sleight of hand, throwing the football, getting the touchdown.
And the jumbo formation is on the field as they line up for the 2 points.
42, Spider. 4.
Slams ahead. He'll get in there as they draw 2 points closer.
On that 2-point play, they went toss, trying to use his speed to the outside. Nice job blocking downfield for the conversion.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Florida. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you can tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you can see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions.
He tries to take the top off. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They think there's room to run to the right here. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Florida 49, Auburn 25.
First down to start the drive after the break. They'll give it to him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Off the play fake. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Gators send out the punt unit.
Number 17 in punt formation to kick it away.
Makes a move. And the returner will be brought down.
And the Auburn offense will take over. First and 10.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going
to throw it over the top of the D. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Add them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the right. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to figure out how to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Here he goes breaking the pocket. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a 1st down? It's just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. This one's complete. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the 1st down.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys, they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
He's going to run it. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
I'll tell you what, after that big gainer on 3rd down, you might think about your quarterback running it again down here. It's hard to throw down close inside the 10-yard line. You've got to have some design QB runs or give him a run-pass option on the perimeter. See if he can punch it in after that big gainer.
Get set, get set.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback will audible. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He makes a grab. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Field goal is good. And now the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Troy is getting whooped today, and at some point this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 18 to NC State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From the gun, the running back has it. Open space at the 25. All kinds of running room. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight, get powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
Power ahead. He's into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and they shave a couple more off this lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. Getting some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pressure comes. Throws toward the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Give to the back. Showing off the arms. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. And the Tigers will hustle to the line. Bully ball on 3rd and short. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Going up top on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Got his man. He's loose. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. He's going to pass. He'll take a deep shot here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Going deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in the game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job.
A shot toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. He'll take another shot here. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense is done.
And he's running in the open. The 40. The 30. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. He's back to throw on 2nd down. And that one's incomplete. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. Nothing like stomping a guy in the teeth when you got him down. They'll try to tack on 3 more. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. And that is no good. An opportunity to really build this lead goes by the boards, but it's still a 19-point game. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Buying some time. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's taking a deep shot. Goes right through his hands, falls to the ground, and they have also dropped this game as the clock strikes 0. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL.